Rising tensions on college campuses are testing the line between free speech and hate speech. Now, some local leaders are speaking out about the ongoing protests over the war in Gaza. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, is here now with more. Mark?
What started with pro-Palestinian protesters expressing rage at the death toll in Gaza spiraled into tense moments where Jewish students were instructed to flee their university campus out of concern they might be in danger. College campuses across the country erupted in a wave of demonstrations, with crowds of pro-Palestinian protesters clashing with police in New York City, where campus officials called in 150 officers for crowd control.
Columbia University is private property.
At Washington University, security cleared the campus of demonstrators gathered over the weekend, officials telling 5 on Your Side they were putting up tents which were not allowed, and they also told us they were not going to leave. No one was arrested here, but after outbursts like this and signs showing anti-Semitic threats, the president addressed those calls that encouraged violence.
I condemn the anti-Semitic protests. That's why I've set up a program to deal with that.
Leo Arbach attends the University of Michigan.
You're seeing hate speech and pretty violent rhetoric be normalized at all levels.
Online, Congresswoman Cori Bush appeared to question the motives of people making threats like that. She drew comparisons to Ferguson, writing, "I know what it's like to have agitators infiltrate our movement, manipulate the press, and fuel the suppression of dissent by public officials and law enforcement."
It makes a difference when you've been someone who's actually put your feet in the ground at these protests because you have something on the line, because you have something to lose.
While Bush called them tactics to silence anti-war activists.
Because we don't want our tax dollars going to anywhere that's going to bomb children and to bomb, innocent people.
Viral video showed protesters praising rockets fired by Hamas, calling for more war or to burn Tel Aviv to the ground. When a rabbi at Columbia University urged Jewish students to return home as soon as possible, Senator Josh Hawley wrote President Biden saying campus police and local law enforcement have failed to secure the campus. He said Jewish Americans are at risk and called on Biden to mobilize the National Guard. And I just got off the phone with a member of the New York National Guard who told me there's some 32,000 plus cops in New York City. They don't need the National Guard to do crowd control on a college campus. The cops were trained to do this, and the National Guard was the last resort. He said New York City has more than enough cops to handle this.